discussion and editorial radio. Now, here's Joel, Mike, and Ed.
Oh, it's just a segment.
Hey! Stop!
We're not missing.
Stop! VTR, go!
Oh, good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Welcome back to Voice of the Republic.
Oh, we are Mike and Joel and Ed and Carl, and we're having such a good time over here. Boy, you guys, you would pay money to be in any of these three rooms, especially this one.
I mean, you get your money's worth out of that one because you're getting two hosts for the price of one. So
it's two hosts. It's a two-host shimmy.
Wait, what does that make me?
I meant to say chimmy.
Shimmy.
Yeah. Well, so now we're gonna go in the positive direction, and we're gonna dream Star Wars dream.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, my dream is to get tickets for Celebration.
Oh,
and then hang out with Jamie Baca coming up here at Celebration, get his ass drunk and rob his ass and leave him on the side of the road in Toyota. That's what you get, Canadians coming in America.
Oh, is Jamie Baca coming to this?
He's probably going to come. But if it came to a movie, like a new Star Wars movie, I really would, and I said it earlier, I just want more C-3PO. I would do a whole droids movie. I think that it would be cool if they had a bad guy who was just a soulless robot that just wanted to kill everyone and everything. I'm tired of Death Stars, but what else? I'm tired. You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of X-Wings too. X-Wings, I'm tired of things that look like things we already had. Or what are we supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be moving forward with these films?
I was totally going to be happy with like meeting new characters and then new ships. Mm-hmm. And then we kind of just got the Falcon again.
Yeah. Falcon and revised X-Wings. So yeah. And revised TIE Fighters, really. Everything was just
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're moving forward, so with this next movie, they can actually just go balls out and actually give us real ship designs. We could hire we're in a country where we need jobs for Americans. What we should do is hire some artists to design some ships.
Yeah, I agree. And I didn't have a lot of problem with that for TFA because much like I saw Kylo Ren as, there's nobody's seen movies of Darth Vader. He just knows the reputation. So he's doing his best Kylo Ren impression. So for the New Order to emulate the Empire and for them to rip it off, I kind of thought that was appropriate because they're not new. They're not new cool. They're just standing on the shoulders of giants, right?
Right.
And I'm also seeing that maybe, hopefully, as a subversive message about originality in so many aspects of entertainment, because we're not getting anything new in entertainment. But now that we've gotten the Star Wars feels out of the way, we've gotten a lot of the callbacks to the first movie, original trilogy. I'm with you. There's even some bits of Empire influence in Force Awakens. I want that new shit too. I don't just want fan service. I don't want them to just keep going through the sketchbooks of Ralph McQuarrie and Joe Johnston to get new designs, or rather old designs. Keep the Falcon. I want Kylo Ren. He just got trained. He just got retrained. Come back worse. Come back horrible. Stormtroopers, they're fine. But we don't need TIE fighters anymore. Push it. Push your design forward. Make a new order that's so scary and evil. Freak us out. And freak us out with a story. Don't just keep, this time it's actually a callback because you remember in Return of the Jedi. No! I never want to see an Ewok. I never want to see another Death Star.
Oh, God, if I see Yoda ever again, I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, and I don't want to see any more of the same plot devices because it's Star Wars and we can't do without a nod to whatever. Keep the Falcon and I got a bad feeling about this, and do new shit. Boom.
There you go. I love it. It's same guys going somewhere else.
You know what? I'm kind of with Mike, though, in a way. It's what I really want is I don't even know what I want out of Star Wars anymore. I just want to be surprised. I want something new. And I would be honest, what I'd really like to see out of the next like Star Wars movie, not like a Star Wars story movie, but like the next actual movie, I would like to see them finally go full circle, because A Force Awakens was basically a retelling and reframing of the original trilogy. I think it'd be really cool if in this next film, like within the first half hour, the First Order is eliminated by a greater threat. Like, you know, it's because like, what? No. Oh, you shut up. You shut your mouth. Oh my God, I hate you.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it's like, because you know, like the rebellion, like it's not the rebellion anymore. The Republic has like the First Order on the ropes after destroying their new, not a Death Star, like their Death Planet, whatever it's called, you know. And so like these people swoop in and like just crush them, and it ends up being like Snoke's like secret Sith army, you know, like whatever it was. It's like this whole time he's just been softening up both sides just so he can sweep in with this big army, and like, you know, I would like to see something new. Like I would like to be surprised, and that was my big problem with the prequels too. Is like the entire time I was watching that, I was like, man, I hope Palpatine isn't actually the Emperor. Like I hope that there's some, like they reveal it's like this whole time it's like, oh shit, someone switched with him at the very last second and that's how he got power. It's like, I was like, it just seemed too obvious, you know. It's like I wanted something new. I wanted like to be surprised, and Star Wars doesn't really surprise me anymore. Like a lot of these just don't surprise me anymore. Like they've gotten pretty formulaic, and that's what I would really like to see out of the next Star Wars film, is just them just being like, fuck it, let's make something really cool, let's take some risks. I don't think they're going to do that because it's Star Wars and Disney spent like billions of dollars buying it, and that's not
for risks.
Not risks, but here's the thing, not risks, but they can make calculated, like well thought out decisions. Mm-hmm. It's not as though they don't have the resources or the time. Like, come on, you got it. It's not like you're juggling two jobs and writing this film. So I just want something really fun and great and colorful and interesting, and just like, boom, let's just move on forward. Mm-hmm. Something.
Well, I think that also with all them doing like all these like spin-off movies, I think that we're in a better position now that even if you didn't dig what's come before, more than likely they're going to market a movie to you soon, whoever you are.
Yeah.
You know, like I guarantee that, like, I mean, like they're going to like poop at one out a year, you know, and like it looks like that. You know, like they're going to get whoever they're going to get, and like I think that we'll see some movies that kind of focus in on stuff that we didn't think that we were interested in.
Because there's a big galaxy to explore, but Joel has always said we just keep worrying about the same handful of people.
Right, and one thing that like I would like to see, and it's kind of funny that you know this new title, The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of like goes along with that. It is like that Kylo Ren is not a Sith.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even know if he's being trained by a Sith. He's being trained in the dark side of the Force. Mm-hmm. But he is a Knight of Ren, right? There's like how many of them? There's like 6 or 7 of them, right?
Something like that, yeah.
And like the Force is being distributed differently now. The Sith has always kept their power among just 2 at a time that we know of. I think Rebels has actually broken that, and you know, and like there's been like a whole bunch of people, but they're not Sith anymore. They're is it the Knights of Ren?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so like I would like to kind of dig it. I would like to see Rey trained, but she's not necessarily a Jedi. She's something new.
That sounds great.
You know, and like and she doesn't have to follow the rules. That it's something new. Luke is the last Jedi.
Yeah.
And that would make sense. Well, considering even he's not the last Jedi, because he wasn't trained like all the other Jedi were trained in a way.
Yeah.
He was trained by a Jedi. Yoda said he was a Jedi, and yet the Jedi we knew from the prequels and the one we were supposed to learn about,
he got scraps.
He only got like a fraction of the training that everybody else got.
And that's
why over, he didn't need to prove himself anymore because Vader's done, the Emperor's done. There's no one to challenge him. So whatever level he was at, that's it.
Yeah.
It kind of doesn't matter. He's the chosen one. He's the one with the prophecy and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
You know what? I said this to Joel actually maybe a couple weeks ago. You know how like the stormtroopers keep evolving? Like I think it would be neat is if you know that thing that comes down like this. and now it's gone like this.
Don't encourage him.
I think what they should do is it should evolve into like a mouth, and so it's like, hi, Bill, that really hurt. Look over there. Did you hear something? Like, wouldn't that be funny if it just became out and it talked? Like
Muppet helmets.
I love that idea.
And then, no, it just needs to be like a flap. It just opens up from bop, 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 bop.
Yeah, I'm not just trying to be funny for funny's sake. There's a point just where I've hit my saturation point where I can only take this stuff so seriously and still like it. I can't like it as seriously with such hurtful passion. It's like I don't have that 16-year-old lust anymore, and I don't get like the boners that angle up anymore. God, that's just life. But like I still want to love it, and I still want there just to be something slightly new, something slightly fun, spicy, interesting, kind of cool. That's cool. Can't we do cool?
You would think. You'd think with the money being banded around, you'd think that. Yeah, I honestly like it's across the board with all. It's just, wouldn't you love to be surprised?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I mean, the characters. We literally my girlfriend and I, we saw Rogue One. We both walked out. She likes Star Wars. She's not as into as I am, and that's fine. We both walked out like, thanks. A day later, she hadn't seen The Force Awakens. A day later, we put that in. So she's coming in, hasn't seen that before, just came off a really stinker, or rather, a not positive reaction to Rogue One, a new Star Wars movie. And I'm like, do you want to watch Force Awakens? Because you got a bad taste in your mouth, She's like, yeah, sure, why not, So afterwards, all through it, cheers, tears, all the things we reacted to. And at the end, she was like, now that's a fucking Star Wars movie. I'm like, thank you. And it's not just because everybody lived. It's not that. But there's a feeling and an execution, and there's a kind of character that can happen in these movies that's unlike any other movie. So that they nailed. So if they keep that, I think they can't break that anymore. Keep those characters, keep the treatment of characters, but exactly that. Take those same characters and change it up. I mean, we took Lucas out of the equation. We got Empire. Empire was like, whoa, because we got a new director and a new writer. And it's the best, right? Years later, we put Lucas back in the equation. It's a shitstorm. So have a new director. Okay, sure. Abrams said after he read the script that The Last Jedi, he wished he was directing it, which makes me nervous that he's not directing it because I'm like, oh no, who's this guy? Who's got the helm?
But that could be a Hollywood hand job, dude. Because
I know.
Oh, I wish I was directing. Oh my god.
I know. It's the best. I don't know.
I do have to say that, like, while I'm not like a huge fan of J.J. Abrams, I do like his work. I mean, like, he's not like a total, but one thing is that, for example, like his work over on Star Trek, he cast a charismatic crew with great chemistry, but then they gave them nothing to do. Like in any of the movies, they have just dumb shit to do. They've got this great crew that just has nothing going on. So The Force Awakens, at least, like, there's a good cast. They have really great chemistry. We've got like some real great buds on several different levels. We've got like, the fighter pilot, like the literally the soldier. And what people keep forgetting is that, remember, they were aiming. Like Abrams wanted everyone to think that Finn was the main character.
Yeah.
And then dodged at the last minute. One thing that does scare me is that no one should give a shit about who Rey's parents are at all. What are you laughing at?
I was just psych. You think I'd really make a black guy the main character? Fool ass. Whatever.
But like even they said it. Like both the girl who plays Rey and J.J. Abrams. Everyone goes, well, who's Rey's parents? And they go, oh, it's nobody. And like I'm like, well, yeah, they just dropped their kid off because either they were being hunted by somebody or whatever. It doesn't matter who they are. Well, it doesn't have to be Obi-Wan. It doesn't have to be anyone we know. And so it seemed like that everyone was cool with that. And then I've heard rumblings lately that someone said and we're going to look into who her parents are. Just no, we don't need to know because it doesn't have to be anybody.
I think they'll eventually have to resolve it because they made kind of a big deal about it.
Well,
it's like a passing thing of like, she could have said I was abandoned here, but there's flashbacks and flashbacks. It's like,
I know, but I just don't want them to be anything. I don't, I just don't want
them to be people we know for sure.
I just don't want it to be small again. Like, the universe is about the Fets and the Skywalkers. I want, like, for example, I thought it was funny that they gave all this importance that she was given under the care of Unkar Plutt. And then he, took advantage of her. And then there was, like, a deleted scene where they pretty much ripped his arm off, showing that he means nothing.
Oh, I didn't. I guess I don't think I watched the deleted scenes.
No, there was a deleted scene that wasn't in the deleted scenes. They just
deleted scene.
They just
double deleted.
Well, you see, like J.J. Abrams is also like, especially for the Star Trek movies, they're really bad about their deleted scenes that actually explain shit. Like the first Star Trek movie, like there was like why is Nero go back in time? Why is he still trying to do all this stuff? Well, there were like 2 scenes that show that he's fucking crazy. We never got to see those. And so, only recent. And what's funny is that the toy actually had a removable arm for Unkar Plutt. Just no one bought it.
I think it's so funny.
But Chewie ripped his arm off at the Goggle Girl's place.
Oh, Unkar Plutt shows up there?
Yeah. He chased them down to there. And what's funny is they talked about that deleted scene. It's not in the deleted scenes. And they just released it just recently. And so, obviously, if they rip his arm off, he's not that important.
Well, that's
but it didn't test well with our conservative parents. They didn't really like that.
Well, to be fair, Luke had his hand cut off, and he was kind of important. So,
well, originally it was looking like that. That Plutt was chasing after Rey to get her back because she was important and she was supposed to wait.
Yeah.
But no, they just I want my spaceship back. And then, his arm gets pulled off and then does he die? No one knows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's like, he becomes a throwaway character. And then like the parents go back down to nil.
Well, I mean, honestly, like, could you just imagine, like, they actually complete the whole dream sequence? You get to see everything that took place in the dream sequence, and it's like the mother and father of Rey are like these, like, tall, benevolent, like, we, the king and queen of the universe, have placed our child on this planet for her safety. You are princess of the universe, and like you give birth to everyone. Like, so she's gonna evolve into this like Ozma character that like births planets. Like, duh. Makes the whole movie like a turd. It just dissolves. Star Wars was just like literally like turd dust.
I think I've complained about this before, but like it's not only this movie. But every movie lives in coincidentalville of where like a lot of people, like their family are their extended friends. Mm-hmm. But shorthand in like screenwriting is that, oh, well, it's my dad or that's my brother. That means that you automatically love him. It's shorthand, Right. It's hard. It's hard to say. That's my friend. I love my friend. Oh, you want to bang him? No, it's not. I love my friend.
Right.
But if you say that's my brother, then a bond is implied. And like they keep doing this thing with like, oh, what? It just ends up that everyone ends up with daddy issues. Everyone, and it just after a while in every movie,
right?
I
agree.
Yeah. Like Batman versus Superman. Literally 2 people with daddy and mommy issues.
No, word.
Abandonment issue. Oh my god! And just ugh.
Well, we all need flaws, but they can be better flaws.
Well, you just talked about it. Like, how many times do we need to see the pearls drop?
Fucking pearls.
Oh.
I mean, like Frank Miller must be shooting himself. Just like, why did I do that?
Oh, Frank Miller, stop!
Wait, well, he stopped in the 80s, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah. My favorite meme from all that stuff was the one where it was Batman meeting Aquaman, and he's like, "So what's your mom's name?" He's like, "Aqua Martha." He's like, "You're on the team," because everyone's name is Martha. It's like it's so strange.
All right, So we're getting near the end here, and I would like to hear your. Since we now are freed of just the trilogy, we're getting to spin-offs. What is the spin-off that you want to see? Give me one spin-off. Any media, by the way. Let's make it interesting.
Droids movie.
Okay, Mikey wants droids. Just like a road trip.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what, and like I'll just stick with a movie. But I would love to see a Star Wars movie, no lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, go see Rogue One then.
That's true. Nary a lightsaber.
Except for the very end, yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with
It's got
kind of
Vader.
what Mikey says. I'm going to say a Telltale video game, a choose your own adventure sort of game with droids in it, where you play the droids.
Like a droids video game, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That would be awesome.
Like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas across the galaxy with like
Right.
2 droids.
You're loading in Mos Eisley? Is that close
Yeah.
enough?
We can't stop here. It's Jawa country.
Damn right. That's perfect.
Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh. It's my dumb ideas. Wow. Sky's the limit. Oh God, I've spent so many years thinking about what I don't want to see. You know? Shoot. I'll go with the new stuff. I mean, I know they're going back and dipping into a lot of old inkwells and stuff, but I wouldn't mind seeing more Poe. Like, give Poe a mission, or
You ain't the only one, girl.
mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
but I got a mission for him. Yeah, I would say something like that. But I love the idea behind Rogue One, which is these other little rebel missions like that. Rebel one-offs. And again, we've got a lot to play with. So I mean, if you want to go back and do like a mid fighting the Empire story, we can do that. Not involve main characters, based on a real life event if you want. Have no lightsabers at all, but like, it's worked before where you take a formula like a Casablanca type formula or a MacGuffin device, but now we're just seeing the soldiers versus the Empire and dealing with real people, and that interaction just happens to have stormtroopers in space and things like that. I love that idea. And when they first started talking about spin-offs, that's what I wanted most of all. I don't give a fuck about Boba Fett. I'm tired of his ass. So Rogue One gave me a lot of hope of, yeah, let's explore these new people. I just don't think it was done in the best way. But yeah, I'd rather have more of these little side stories,
And kind of what you're saying, and I would really like to see moments in Star Wars history and less characters. Like you said, I don't care about Boba Fett. I don't really need to see the origin of Han Solo. Like if I'm going to see the origin of something, I'd like to see the origin of the Jedi Order and the Sith. Like I would like to see like a mature story of like a bunch of people discovering the Force. And then there's betrayal, and there's love, and there's a triangle. It's like, oh, so that's why we don't have love with Jedis anymore, because when you fuck, like it turns you to the dark side. It's like stuff like that. It's like I'd like to see like I have this vision of like this guy in a cave that like you've been thinking is the good guy the entire film, and then just at the very last moment, he's like his eyes turn red, and he embraces the dark side, and there's this big battle in this cave between these people you've grown to love, and it's like this total falling out of these people. It's like. I would like to see something more like that, or like the birth of the original Republic. It's like there has to be like some conflict that rose to the forming of the Republic. Like, why don't give us that story? Like that would be something pretty interesting, And it doesn't have to be characters that are established. It's like show us historical points from the Star Wars universe that give us points of reference for what comes later.
Yeah, and play with genres. I mean, what you're talking about, if that was done like a docudrama, presented as historical fact with dates, and like 100 years later this happened. If I watch it on Discovery, I'll watch it in Star Wars land. I want that. That sounds awesome.
I was just thinking like right now that I would totally watch a movie that started at the Battle of Hoth and a group of rebels like escaping Hoth get lost, have an adventure, and then catch back up. And like no Luke, no Han. Yeah. You see the Falcon. You see the Falcon in the hangar, but like these guys just got lost on the way out.
And that sort of thing happens every week on things like NCIS and CSI Miami. Like you've got a cast of like 5 or 6 characters who every week have to take care of something, and sometimes they'll focus on the redheaded girl, and sometimes they'll focus on the black dude, and sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like they've got all these, you won't even see certain characters. Here we've got, this thing has reached almost like a serial point, so it's like, yeah, why can't it just be like a group of 3 guys that got lost on the way?
Well, there is a thing about like I understand that the books and the comics and the video games, they all have like holes to fill, but this is the one thing that killed me. The one thing that I loved about C-3PO's arm,
right,
was that it doesn't need an explanation. Like I would love that. Like now Tony Harris and James Robinson, 2 really good creators, they did an entire comic about how he lost his arm, and it's very meaningful. I would have preferred, I tripped, and just he tripped and busted his arm, and then that's the replacement they had.
Something very 3PO.
Yeah, just something stupid. It like literally like or like he got it caught in a door. Just something.
Sure.
But I mean, like, that was like one of the best intros. That was up there with Jack Sparrow's introduction. Like on the sinking, literally the sinking mast. Like C-3PO. Oh, Captain Solo, do you remember? You might not recognize me with my, bringing attention to the no one gives a shit about you, 3PO.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit, but you do because of that. Because he assumes that you do, and that's what makes him so pure and perfect, and just the best form of humor.
You could almost hear Han go, "Oh Jesus,
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 he's a freaking toaster."
He literally stepped in front of me.
Can someone turn him off for good? You know what I mean? Like, shh. Lose him. Someone needs to lose this guy.
Oh, you didn't recognize me, did you? Oh, Jesus. Yes.
That was
it's
choice as hell. But like, little things like that.
He's got to talk to his estranged wife, and now this robotic gold Ponce.
Yeah. I would like if they did have to add a scene, I would have loved C-3PO. They get back in that spaceship that looks like a loaf of bread that flies sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's another thing. Some of the dumbest ships, are showing up in these movies. That flying, I guess it was a B-wing with a bread attached to it. It's a transport, but it's clearly inspired by the B-wing. Right.
Look at the Lego toy, and you'll see how much. It's like, we get it.
I would have loved to see 3PO like get back to base.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk in and like you see him kind of like jerk, like he looks over, and then you cut over and there's like a red protocol droid with a missing arm, and then like kind of give the stink,
Yeah.
Never explain it. Never.
I love it.
How about awesome. Anderson makes a movie about depressed R2-D2?
Well, what I love is like if they did like a droids version of Thelma and Louise or like Fear and Loathing, and you had the 3 droids, it would be C-3PO, R2-D2, and BB-8. Suddenly, BB-8 takes the place of the cute, taking the cute from R2, and it makes R2-D2 seem a little grumpy. So BB-8 kind of becomes the straight man. And then you got like R2-D2 who's kind of like the
Well, that would make R2 the straight man, because over here you got 3PO. Who's like,
I guess So it makes R2 the straight man, and then you've got the cute one, and then the laughable one.
So BB-8 becomes Scrappy Doo.
Kinda Scrappy Doo. Look at this, I love it, Scrappy Doo.
Let me out.
That's a new podcast altogether. The Scooby Doo, Scooby Doos and Don'ts.
Why haven't they hired us yet? They're watching this, right?
We're giving them money right here.
Yeah, I know.
These rich assholes.
Once I put the outtakes into a show, your phone will be ringing off the hook for one reason or another.
Well,
That's
I
it.
tell you, the moment that Han Solo movie ends with the Chewbacca being freed, I'm suing those motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
I got a weird phone call. Hello? I'm buying it all back. I sold that museum, and I want to hire you guys to
We
to
got
really write the movies.
this.
I'm sick of this shit. I just want to write boring shit.
Only you can save Star Wars. Oh, I'm turning him into Jim Henson. Sorry. Cool. Well, shit, guys. That was a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
So fun, I had to swear about it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Balls. Testicle. Taint.
Hey, Gooches. It's called a gooch.
Whenever I hear anybody say deuces, like, oh yeah, it looks good. Deuces. It's like, it sounds filthy. Don't say that anymore.
Yeah.
That's two dukes, isn't it?
Poops.
Hoops.
Oops.
Oh, I said gooch, like the area.
On different strokes. Arnold used to have to fight the gooch.
Yep.
The gooch.
Some days.
Nowadays, people just
Yeah,
pierced
like
it.
gooch.
Oh, maybe that was Willis. That was like some nasty bedtime torture that Willis,
What?
The gooch is going to beat you up tonight. What are you talking about, Willis?
Bedtime torture?
Who is this gooch person? It ain't a person, Mr. Drummond.
Ain't a person.
Oh, it's a he.
It's a he, all
Oh,
right.
yeah. Sorry about that.
You like this? You want
You like
You love
more
it.
things?
my wife?
Yeah, very nice. Holy shit. www.VOR still there for you. That's .com. And
.edu.
because Lord knows it's educational tonight. I'm telling you what. We are very active on Facebook. Our Facebook group called Voice of the Republic. Just go down here and copy wherever it says Voice of the Republic and just paste that into Facebook and you'll find us.
We can provide a link in the YouTube, can't we?
Yes.
I'll make it so.
Oh, okay. I don't want to cause work, but
Oh, it's easy.
Oh, an extra sentence. God damn it, Joel. That's why we don't have you around anymore.
Too big.
you're too expensive.
You're too
Speaking of scope creep. Holy shit. But hey, we do plan on doing one more, and it's going to be our finale.
Until we decide that we want to do another one, because that's
true.
definitely never going to happen.
Yeah, it's a light finale. It's like the Who when they say farewell tour.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the meanwhile, go ahead and give us some feedback on the Republicom, which is our voicemail. That is 407-409-8749. 3 to 4 minutes, apparently. So it's not about the quantity. It's more about get to the fucking point.
Yeah, if you talk dirty, get to the nice stuff.
Yeah, get to the good stuff. Entertain us. Or send
be
us MP3 to our email address.
And if you're going to go dirty, be sure to send pictures.
Yeah, assholes.
Because we're not that creative. We need the help.
Yeah.
We're old. We're old. Grease the wheels a little. Come on.
Thanks.
Yeah. Like Mikey said, he can't get that angle.
Not the angle one anymore.
It's like a 36-degree.
Yeah.
Do it for the angle.
Do it for the angle.
Mikey's angle.
Semi at best.
Right.
Show us your gooch.
So it should.
Your bedtime torture pictures. What's this? Holy shit. Thanks for watching. And until next time, may the force
Be with.
That ass.
that.
I thought someone was going to.
I like it. Oh, BB-8.